Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, could we really live on another planet someday? Mars, cold, red, distant, has fascinated humanity for generations. It's been the backdrop of our science fiction, the target of our telescopes, and the dream destination for countless space missions. But this isn't just fiction anymore. What was once the domain of storytellers is now being taken seriously by scientists, engineers, and even billion-dollar tech companies. Terraforming Mars, turning the red planet into a second Earth, isn't just a fantasy. It's an idea under active discussion in scientific communities, think tanks, and mission control rooms around the world. But how close are we to turning this dream into reality? And more importantly, should we even try? Today, we'll explore the real science, the real challenges, and the real possibilities of terraforming Mars. Buckle up, this journey is just beginning. So, what exactly is terraforming? Terraforming comes from Latin, terra meaning earth, and forming, to shape. In short, it's the process of making another planet more like Earth. That means creating an environment where humans can survive, without bulky spacesuits, oxygen tanks, or underground bunkers. It would involve raising temperatures, thickening the atmosphere, introducing breathable air, and bringing liquid water to the surface. This isn't just about building a base, it's about reshaping an entire world. A planet-wide renovation. An environmental engineering project on a scale we've never attempted before. To terraform Mars is to imagine a future where you could step outside on another planet and breathe. Science fiction? Maybe. But as we'll see, some of this is closer to reality than you might think. Why Mars? Why not the Moon, which is much closer? Or Venus, which is more Earth-sized? Let's break it down. The Moon is nearby, just a 3-day trip, but it has no atmosphere, no magnetic field, and extremely harsh temperature swings. It's great for building science bases, but not for long-term human life. Venus, on the other hand, is about the same size as Earth, but it's an absolute nightmare. Temperatures hot enough to melt lead, clouds of sulfuric acid, and an atmosphere so dense it would crush anything we've built. Terraforming Venus would be like trying to cool down an oven with a paper fan. Mars? It's not perfect, far from it. But it has some major advantages. It has seasons. It has polar ice caps. Its days are nearly the same length as Earth's. And even though the atmosphere is thin and cold, it's made mostly of carbon dioxide, which we can potentially use. There's also evidence that Mars once had rivers, lakes, and maybe even an ocean. In other words, it may be dry now, but it hasn't always been. Still, terraforming Mars won't be easy. We'd need to warm up an entire planet, create a thick breathable atmosphere, block deadly radiation, and generate water from frozen reservoirs, all while dealing with Mars' weaker gravity, lack of a magnetic field, and freezing climate. Each one of those tasks is an enormous engineering challenge, and that's just the beginning. If we want to terraform Mars, we'll need to get creative and a little bold. Scientists have proposed several methods to transform the planet, each fascinating and wildly ambitious. 1. Releasing greenhouse gases. One method? Release greenhouse gases to warm the planet, similar to how carbon dioxide traps heat on Earth. We'd build massive factories across Mars that pump out CO2, methane, or specially designed super greenhouse gases. Over time, these gases would heat up the surface, potentially melting the polar ice caps. And what happens when you melt ice? You get water. 2. Creating a magnetic shield. But heating Mars isn't enough. We need to protect it too. Mars lost its atmosphere because it doesn't have a magnetic field, so NASA proposed building one. The idea is to place a powerful magnetic shield at a stable point between Mars and the Sun, deflecting solar wind and preventing the new atmosphere from being stripped away again. Sound like sci-fi? Maybe, but NASA has already run simulations. And they're promising. 3. Importing water. Another wild proposal? Redirect icy asteroids or comets to crash into Mars. These would deliver water, and possibly organic materials, to help spark life. Yes, slamming space ice into a planet sounds dramatic. But it could work. Some even suggest setting up orbital water catchers that harvest and drop ice over time. In reality, terraforming Mars will likely take a combination of all these approaches, and maybe a few more we haven't even imagined yet. It won't happen overnight. But the ideas? They're already out there. While greenhouse gases, water importing, and magnetic shields are the headliners, scientists and futurists have proposed even more radical ways to terraform Mars. DNA 1. Gene-edited microbes. Imagine releasing genetically modified bacteria onto the Martian surface. These tiny life forms could slowly convert CO2 into oxygen, break down toxic soil, or even create organic matter. It's like nature doing the heavy lifting, one microbe at a time. Sun 2. Artificial suns. Another theory involves placing massive mirrors in orbit to reflect more sunlight onto the surface, warming specific areas and melting ice below the crust. Think of it like a sun lamp for a frozen world. Targeted terraforming, one region at a time. Robot Phase 3. Self-replicating robots. And then there are self-replicating robots, machines that could mine materials, build infrastructure, and even multiply on their own using Martian resources. A fully automated construction crew, working 24/7, without food, sleep, or oxygen. These concepts are still theoretical, but they push the boundaries of what we imagine is possible. And on a planet as harsh as Mars, bold ideas might be exactly what we need. So, how far along are we? Can we start terraforming Mars tomorrow? Well, not quite. While we've made incredible progress, full-scale terraforming is still centuries, maybe even millennia, away. That said, we're already taking the first steps. SpaceX plans to send crewed missions to Mars within the next decade. NASA continues to study Martian soil, atmosphere, and ice through rovers and satellites. And other countries like China are rapidly developing their own Mars ambitions. We may not be terraforming yet, but we're building the foundation, testing life support systems, 3D printing habitats, and simulating Mars-like environments right here on Earth. Each mission teaches us more about surviving on Mars. And each discovery brings us closer to answering one big question: can we not just visit the red planet, but transform it into a place we can truly call home? Terraforming Mars isn't just a sci-fi dream. It's a long-term vision that could safeguard humanity's future. Earth is our home, but it's fragile. Climate change, pandemics, asteroid threats, they've all shown us how quickly life here can change. By building a second home on Mars, we're not abandoning Earth. We're backing it up. But not everyone agrees. Should we be trying to fix another planet, when we still haven't fixed our own? Is it ethical to transform an entire world that may already have hidden life of its own? What if we discover life on Mars, tiny, microbial life, and by trying to change the planet, we destroy it? Terraforming raises huge scientific, political, and philosophical questions. But it also raises hope. A hope that we can learn, adapt, and reach for something greater. So, are we close to terraforming Mars? In reality, we're still in the opening chapter. The blueprint is theoretical. The technology is young. And the timeline stretches into centuries. But every rover, every rocket, every test habitat is one step closer. We may not walk through Martian gardens in our lifetime, but someone will. And they'll look back at this moment, the early 21st century, as the spark that lit the way. Terraforming Mars isn't just about science. It's about survival. It's about legacy. It's about proving, once again, that when humans dream big, nothing is out of reach. Whether we ever fully transform Mars or not, the pursuit itself will lead us to incredible breakthroughs that could change how we live on Earth, too. Will we ever transform the red planet into Earth's sister world, or is Mars destined to remain a rugged, red frontier? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If this video got you thinking, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because this is just the beginning of our journey through the stars. Thanks for watching, and who knows, maybe we'll meet again on Mars.